The deeper we look into the code of life, the more we realize how little we actually know. We assume that every living thing on this planet is connected, a single, sprawling family tree rooted in a common ancestor. But what if that tree has branches that lead elsewhere? What if some threads in the tapestry of life were woven by an unseen hand from a source we cannot identify? Across the oceans and deep within the Earth's ecosystems, there exist creatures whose DNA doesn't align with any known branch. Some seem to have appeared out of nowhere. Others contain genetic codes that simply shouldn't exist. These are the anomalies, the biological ghosts in the machine. From deep-sea beings that rewrite their own biology to microscopic lifeforms with signatures that defy categorization, these are the 5 creatures with DNA from unknown origins. Number 5. The Pandora virus. In the silent, frozen soil of the Siberian permafrost and in the coastal waters of Chile, scientists discovered something that blurs the line between life and non-life. The Pandora virus is a giant, unlike any other virus known to science. Its sheer size is astonishing, visible under a standard light microscope. But its true mystery lies within its genetic code. When its genome was sequenced, a staggering 93% of its genes were entirely new to science. They bore no resemblance to anything found in bacteria, archaea, or any other life form on Earth. It was a genetic orphan, a biological message in a bottle with no return address. These are not just a few novel genes. This is an almost complete library of the unknown. It begs the question, if it didn't evolve from life as we know it, where did it come from? Some theories suggest it's a remnant of a long-extinct fourth domain of life. Others whisper a more unsettling possibility, that its origins are not terrestrial at all. The Pandora virus doesn't just challenge our understanding of viruses, it challenges our definition of life itself, a silent relic waiting in the cold. Number 4. The tardigrade. Often called a water bear, this microscopic creature is the undisputed champion of survival. It can withstand the vacuum of space, extreme temperatures, crushing pressure, and doses of radiation that would be lethal to almost any other organism. For decades, its resilience was a celebrated curiosity. But in 2015, a study of its genome dropped a scientific bombshell. Researchers at the University of North Carolina found that nearly 1/6 of the tardigrade's DNA, about 17.5%, was not inherited from its ancestors. Instead, it appeared to have been acquired directly from other organisms through a process called horizontal gene transfer. It had effectively stolen the genetic survival kits of bacteria, plants, and fungi, incorporating them into its own blueprint. This was an unprecedented level of genetic borrowing for an animal. While subsequent studies have debated the exact percentage, the fact remains that the tardigrade is a genetic mosaic, a chimera assembled from the library of life. It isn't just a product of evolution, it is an architect of its own, building its invincibility from the genes of others, a microscopic scavenger of the genetic code. Number 3. The bdelloid rotifer. For over 80 million years, a microscopic creature has thrived in freshwater habitats across the globe, all without a single act of conventional reproduction. The bdelloid rotifer is a biological enigma, an all-female species that reproduces exclusively through cloning. In the world of genetics, this should be a death sentence. Without the genetic shuffling that comes from mating, harmful mutations should accumulate over generations, eventually leading to extinction. Yet, the rotifers flourish. How? The secret, it turns out, is similar to the tardigrades, but taken to an even greater extreme. These creatures are masters of repairing their DNA. When faced with dehydration, their cells crack open, and upon rehydration, they not only repair their own genes, but also absorb and integrate DNA from their surroundings, from bacteria, fungi, and even the plants they consume. They are constantly updating their genetic software with code from other domains of life. They are less a single species and more a continuous evolving collective, a living testament to the idea that life will find a way, even if it means rewriting its own rules. Number 2. Orphan genes. This entry isn't a single creature, but a mystery found within nearly every creature ever sequenced, including humans. They are called orphan genes, or more formally, taxonomically restricted genes. These are stretches of functional DNA that appear seemingly from nowhere with no known ancestors. Standard evolutionary theory suggests that new genes arise from the duplication and slow mutation of existing ones over millions of years. You should be able to trace a gene's lineage back through related species, like a family name through generations. But orphan genes have no family. They are present in one species or a small group of related species, and then nothing. They simply vanish from the evolutionary record. In humans alone, we have identified hundreds of these genetic enigmas, many of which are vital to our biology, including some involved in the development of our uniquely complex brains. Did they truly spring into existence from non-coding junk DNA, a process once thought impossible? Or are they echoes of a history we have yet to uncover? These genes are the ghosts in our own machine, a constant reminder that even our own blueprint is full of pages from an unknown book. Number 1. The octopus. It is a creature of profound intelligence and almost alien beauty. It can solve complex puzzles, change its skin color and texture in an instant, and squeeze its boneless body through the tiniest of cracks. It is so different from any other animal on this planet that when scientists first sequenced its genome, they were left stunned. The octopus genome is a masterpiece of complexity, larger and more intricate than our own, with 33,000 protein coding genes, 10,000 more than a human. The octopus possesses a vast library of genes for neural development and brain function, many of which were thought to be unique to vertebrates. It built a mind as complex as a mammal's, using a completely different evolutionary toolkit. Even more bizarrely, the octopus and its relatives actively edit their own RNA, tweaking the instructions sent from their DNA on a massive scale. It's like a computer programmer rewriting software on the fly to adapt to new challenges. This ability is almost non-existent in other animals. The genetic leap from its closest mollusk relatives to the octopus is so vast, so astronomically improbable, that it led a group of 33 scientists in 2018 to propose a radical theory that the octopus's genetic complexity might be a result of an extraterrestrial influence, perhaps from retroviruses carried on a meteor that crashed into the ocean hundreds of millions of years ago. It's still a working theory, but it speaks to the profound otherness of the octopus. It is a being that forces us to question whether all intelligence on Earth truly began on Earth. The map of life is not complete, its edges are frayed, and in the blank spaces, monsters and miracles reside. They tell us that the rules of life are more flexible, more mysterious, and more profound than we ever imagined.